Sonic and Knuckles. No, that's not free, just Sonic and Knuckles. Hey guys, it's Gum here, and we are doing Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And yeah, if you saw there, it was just said Sonic and Knuckles because to play Sonic 3 and Knuckles on this version, you have to download it through here. You have to enter it through the Sonic and Knuckles standalone version. And you actually have to go to the bonus content down here as you can see. Yeah, I guess I'll show you the cover of this. It's pretty nice. So now we're gonna go to bonus content. We got Sonic 3 and Knuckles, the Echidna, and Sonic 2, and Blue Spear. We're not gonna deal with these. But I can talk about. I might show Blue Spear at some point, but well, so we're just gonna start this adventure. Just like Sonic 2 and CD, I'm gonna be swapping between Sonic and Tails. And Knuckles just takes the Chaos Emeralds and runs away with them. But for some reason, I don't know how it happens. No, Knuckles somehow loses the Chaos Emeralds right away. I guess the game knew the way. I don't know. They warp to the special stage, which is in these giant rings. Rings right here. So I'm gonna be making a save for each file here. So these are the special stages for Sonic 3 and Knuckles. What was up? You're on like this checkered paneled planet here, and you have these covered with orbs. You're supposed to get all the blue orbs, spears, not orbs. Get all the blue spears to turn them into red spears. The red spears, if you touch them, you're out of the special stage. You can't go back to them. And collecting the and so you saw there was a section here and where there were multiple around, and I made a surrounding of them, and saw all the ones inside that surrounding, they turned into rings, even on the outside one. And you actually want to collect them for a reason, not just because you can, but so you can get continues. And you could use that to jump those spears that have the white stars on them. They're bumpers. If you bump them, you're gonna go backwards until you hold forward, and it's gonna eventually start speeding up. And when you get all the rings in the level, you get a perfect. Then it gets faster each time, so you have to be quick on your speed here. So that's the only perfect I'm gonna be getting throughout the special stages. Just I had to be quiet just to hear the ringtone jingle, as well as this jingle for the one up you get. And you get to continue, even though, or if you were playing the Sega Genesis version, you would actually have a save feature on it. And so the continues would technically be pointless. And I will say, I would recommend you get a different version of Sonic 3 and Knuckles and not like this version that I'm playing, mainly because you can have multiple save files, where this version doesn't. Well, and you can also go back and select levels, where this one you can. So that's why I would recommend you get a different version, not the Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3 version. Oh well. Oh, anyway, I don't know. And now come to this point here when there's this, what is this thing? Jump into it, destroy it, and you can't destroy it because all that does is just sets this whole place on fire. Oh, and also since you have 50 rings in a special state, when you come to a checkpoint, no, it's not 50, it's 25. You get to a bonus stage that has where you can use that to collect stuff like shields, rings, and maybe a one-up. Because this here, it's like you're bouncing off the wall. own such, and there was a spring platform at the bottom. But if you hit that once, it's gonna disappear. It's supposed to launch you back up. Up here. But and you're supposed to do that. And there were 3 types of those bonus stages. That was one. We're gonna see if we can find another one soon enough. And we're coming to another special stage. Just gonna do this. Listen, I did actually do a practice run done early a few days ago, just so I would get the hang of it. And I did. I played the first 2 zones. It's got 6 Chaos Emeralds. So I should be good on practice for Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And plus, these special stages were actually in Sonic Mania, and Mania also had their own kind of special stages that were they weren't like this, and you don't actually get the Chaos Emeralds of them. You use them to get some gold coins. Which I've shown a few in Sonic Mania, but when they added the Sonic Mania Plus thing in 2018, they completely changed it from entering through the goal to the entering the good checkpoint to get to it, to that pinball thing. But you could still play them, the special stages in there, just not quite. You actually have to select it through the menu, not actually use that. Or maybe you could just have your settings set to that. I'm not sure. But luckily for me, I got a perfect on all of them, and so I got but before the update happened. But anyway, I should be talking about this. Yeah, and this game kind of has a plot to it. Or it's kind of have a story to it. The story is that moments after Sonic 2, the Death Egg crashed down onto Angel Island, causing the island to fall down into the sea. Even though the Master Emerald is the thing supposed to keep it up, it floating up. But I don't know. Probably was just so heavy that caused the crash down to the Angel Island. That Eggman found Knuckles that said, "Hey, a blue hedgehog's come here to steal your Master Emerald. Oh, you better stop him and I'll set up defenses around your island protection." And I guess Knuckles was like, "Okay, sure." Or because he didn't know Eggman was a bad guy at the time. Well, we thought Sonic was the bad guy at the time. And the new thing that added to Sonic 3 is that they've added mini bosses in the middle of after Act 1, which they were kind of cool. I think they only take 4 hits compared to that actual boss fight at the end of Act 2, which requires 8 hits. Darn it. Thing was that there was a gold thing right there. No, a special stage right there. It didn't let me roll into it for some reason. Will we get it again? There we go. So we're getting the 3rd Chaos Emerald. You can get up to 4 in the first zone. And actually, so that's basically the plot of Sonic 3. And actually we just since there were 2 separate versions. No, not that. I got mixed up. This game as you can tell, it was Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It was originally Sonic 3, which you can still get that, just a standalone version. And then there's also a standalone version of Sonic and Knuckles. And there's actually a little story behind this. Back in 1994, Sonic 3 was released, and it had pretty good zones, pretty good special stages all around. It felt like a pretty fun game. Only problem was it was a little short. We enjoyed playing it. It just felt like felt a little short, because there were only 6 zones. The 6th zone, which would be an upcoming zone, would be launch base. It is launch base, and after that you get this kind of lackluster ending, and then that's it. And but however, if you play the original Sega Genesis version, there was a stage select sheet. I don't know what the stage select sheet is. I don't know what any stage select sheets are for any classic Sonic games, except for Sonic 1 with the up, down, left, right, A, press start sheet at the title screen. I mean, that's all I can really know, because it's very simple. But I know there is a stage select sheet which contains the zones you can play, as well as zones you can't play. And I guess people will wonder, hey, why aren't these zones in the original game? I don't know if they actually played them in that version, but oh well. But they've made those zones for the game that was gonna come out after Sonic 3. Still came out in the same year, still 1994. Sonic and Knuckles, which is the first game you could play as Knuckles, the kid who was constantly setting traps in Sonic 3, but he couldn't play as him. Okay, it was 20 rings, not 30. In this game, this bonus stage here is a kind of similar, kind of a hybrid of the pinball thing from Casino Night Zone and the special stage, Sonic 1 special stages. Well, you mainly do these bonus stages to collect rings. And if you touch the walls and stuff, they're gonna eventually turn it into gold. All the gold things that will make you exit this bonus stage. There are also certain ones that will open, like they'll turn into that. So this is basically what these are. You mainly use these to collect rings, and sometimes get shields. Well, hold on a second. Alright, hold up. Alright, okay, if someone's at the door, or just handing me something. And that's totally saying in the video, I'm not editing that out. But anyway, back to what I was saying. And so, to cover back to what I was saying about the story about how Sonic 3 and Knuckles became a thing. That I don't know, if you played bought Sonic and Knuckles on the Sega Genesis, it also came with a cartridge, which I can't get an image to pop up on screen or anything. I'm not at that level of technology. Oh, right. Next special stage is here. It actually has like a real container where it has the title and a little thing that looks like you could put another game on top of it. And that was because you can put another game on top of it. It was actually designed to lock on to Sonic 3, because I guess Sega had this idea, since each Sonic game, we kept making it bigger. First, I'm referring to Sonic 1 and 2, not CD at all. We kept making it bigger, we kept adding zones, so let's make this be a bigger game, like a whole bunch of zones, and people were just gonna love it. But they realized there was not enough cartridge memory space to do all of it. I don't know if they still would have had enough if they took out the Sega at the beginning, because fun fact, that word was that Sega saying at the beginning whenever you booted up a Sega Genesis game, took up 1/8 of the Sega Genesis cartridge, which is crazy, isn't it? Isn't it? But then they had this idea to be like, you know what? Let's just make 2 games, have them lock into each other, to making one a big game. And yeah, Sonic and Knuckles is basically also 6 zones long. So you're technically playing a 12 zone game, a game with 12 zones in it, because Sonic 1 had 6. Yeah, 2 is a little confusing to figure it out with zones. Because like there was technically 8 zones, but then after that they just kind of making them 1 act zones. So combining that, you technically get about 10 zones or so, but it's kind of confusing. It's kind of confusing once you get to like Sky Metropolis though. Oh, the special bonus stage are closed. Oh well, that's not important. I'm not going for each one. Well, I meant on each checkpoint, that is. Oh, in this section here, you can just walk. You can stop in place and just have the wall push you. And if you just hold right and stay right in this position, it's locked in this position. There's an invisible wall preventing you from moving on. If you just stay in this position, all those missiles will miss you. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, if you play Sonic and Knuckles together, you can play as Knuckles in the Sonic Free zones and Tails in the Sonic and Knuckles zones. I feel like I'm saying Sonic and Knuckles about 20 times already, but I'm gonna keep saying it because I don't care. And someone's on. And now we're at the boss. Now this boss fight, Eggman, you want to be careful of because you could, as you can see, he's above a bottomless pit, and it launched me in now. How stupid was that? But anyway, I was trying to jump up to that to get the fire shield. I haven't talked about the elemental shield yet, but I'll get to that at some point. And you might as well just talk about the fire one now. Fire shield, what it does is it makes you immune to fire, and you can do an air dash like this that shoots you forward. In Generations, it shoots you a lot farther, doing faster, and if you be like, whoa, that's fast. And it's because you move so much faster in Generations than you do. Well, it feels like you move faster in Generations than you do in this game. But well, if you touch water, you lose your the shield. Oh, and what you want to be careful of, Eggman's gonna go behind the waterfall after he shoots a bit. And so you want to be sure you don't jump into him and he just goes behind the waterfall right before you hit him. Because if you do, then you're probably gonna fall into the bottomless pit. And anyway, actually, I'm gonna show you a glitch that is kind of funny to do, which is right at this point here. Let's see if I can pull it off. Darn it! What was supposed to happen was I was supposed to press A as Knuckles was about to press the switch, and I would jump back onto the platform where I was, and you could just stay there as long as you like. And you can still see Knuckles laughing up there, which is pretty cool. And you can actually stay up there as long as you like. You don't need, there's no timer or anything after that. You could just be up there forever. Anyway, now we're in Hydro City Zone. I guess the new thing that Sonic 3 introduces is you have transitions to the next zone, and that is not like it just blanks out on a screen. The screen blacks out to something, and you go magically appeal to the next one, to the next zone. They just actually show you how you get there, which is pretty cool. Yeah, Mania did that as well, but when the Mania was first released, they didn't have transitions to every next zone. They only had it for a few. But when the Mania Plus was added, they fixed that. For mostly fixed it. There were a few points where I felt like they could have made better transitions, like from Hydro City to Mirage Saloon, because all they added for that was just opening up a crack in the wall and just run out, not a thing where they jump out into the tornado and get moving. But they did do, but from flying. Come on, let me get off me! Hey. Okay. Yeah, well, please tell me I'm near the top. Kidding me? Actually, maybe I can get some mail in here. Oh. Well. Okay, well, I'm not gonna spend too much time in all these too much. I'll probably just spend. Wait, did I? Haha! It gave me air! Yeah, I technically cheated death. That was pretty cool. Anyway, losing what I'm trying to say here. Actually, there's some air bubble. I don't want me to get that. That's alright. About transitioning to next zones in Sonic Mania, like from flying by all the way to I don't remember the next zone after that. Think of the next zone after that. I think it was Marine Garden or something. I'm not sure. Before they didn't have a transition to that next zone. They just cut the screen blank out and you just cut back to where you were at. To there, where they actually changed it to say to be show whoever we killed who you were playing as to have a grab onto a hang glider and fall into the place. You saw it in my Sonic Mania when I did Encore mode when that was added. Well, not right when it was added. I probably waited about a month or two after that. But anyway, yeah. Now we're on Act 2 of Hydro City Zone. Yeah. Now normally from the past few Sonic games we played, the zones were second zone were a little difficult after the first one, but this one is difficult, but not as difficult as the rest of them. So I guess they took them like 3 games to Sega finally figure that out. Oh, we should put the next hard zone. We should not make the second zone the first hardest zone. They kind of fixed that, made the third zone kind of the harder one. One which will probably come up to this episode or next episode. I don't know yet, but I'll figure it out. And actually also introduce all those hand things that grab you on and you run so fast. Okay, nope, we're still getting the slot machine. There's one more bonus game we haven't seen, and there go my rings. Yeah, I don't get why he just has to play the whole thing right there, the whole thing when you don't have 100 rings. Because free Eggmans take out 100 rings. I just want to get at least a couple more rings. I know I could try to grab one of those right there, but I just want to get something from here. Oh, y'all. Now I just want to get out of here. Oh man, as soon as I try to get to what I want, but it just tilts right away. There we go. Oh, now let's move on here. Oh my, come on. So it's gonna be just like what I did with Sonic Mania. I'm gonna be doing, also be doing a Knuckles run of this game because because he goes through slightly different levels than Sonic and Tails do. He also his story also takes place after Sonic and Tails' story. More seriously, what the? How many times? Okay, that was kind of more of a minor thing, but just getting a little frustrated that those kept bouncing me up. Oh, and another thing that they added to Sonic is that the Insta Shield. I just remembered it by doing it. How you do the Insta Shield? Press A again in mid-air. You can see you get this little white wave going around Sonic that makes you reach things slightly farther. It also kind of protects you a bit. And you've also noticed that they changed Sonic's design look in this game. In the previous games he looked kind of the same, a little bright blue. Here it looks a little more darker blue. It looks a little better in this Sonic. I don't know. I kind of like I like the color on him a little better, but I kind of like the look at him, how it get him better in the previous 3 games that we played. And we're coming up to another special stage. Okay, so hopefully I can find all these so I'm gonna be doing. So we'll probably just do 2 zones per episode until we get to the point where we got all the Chaos unloads. So next episode will be with Tails, and I'll have to play through this zone and Angel Island zone again, and hopefully get the rest of the Chaos Zones that I'm collecting this episode again, and get to Marble Garden Zone. Which that won't be too hard. I can easily do that. Because he will kill the bumpers. Because it pushes you back as far until you hold forward or you get hit by another bumper. First. That's... Wow, I've completely went in a circle. It can be a little bit confusing to get around these parts because as it's in a looping area, you could spend a whole long time in here if you don't know where to go next to find the rest of the blue spears. But as soon as you figure it out, oh, this is where I'm supposed to go, do it. Well, it's actually best to try to do it as fast as you can because you're gonna keep moving faster, and you have to make the turns like instantly if you keep moving faster. So already we have 5 Chaos Emeralds. We won't be able to get all in this episode. We'll get the next one next episode. So that with Tails, and we won't see Super Sonic, or maybe we will. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, but hey, actually we probably will. Well, because if we have only one more special stage to do, if we somehow manage to get the rest of the special stages in those one of the next 4 zones, there's only 2 left, which we'll probably get another special stage here. So we'll probably see Super Sonic. Yeah, but same thing happens in Sonic 2. For Sonic turns Super, Tails doesn't turn Super. But however, there were also something I forgot to mention about the Sonic and Knuckles became a thing, is that there are also Super Emeralds which don't appear in the standalone Sonic 3 or standalone Sonic and Knuckles. So if you want to eat the Super Emeralds, you have to play Sonic 3 and Knuckles. If you want to get the best ending, you have to play Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So this is like the only time in the entire series where, well, unless you count people using Generations mods of Hyper, where it's the only time in the official series where Sega actually gives Hyper Sonic, but for some reason in previous games, all games after this, no Hyper. You're like, no, Sonic doesn't need to be Hyper. But that's fine. Okay, well now we got this here's the bubble shield. So he's using it some in Angel Island Zone. What this does is that it actually makes you do like a bounce. If you press A middle, it does count something similar in Sonic Adventure 2 with a bounce attack thing. If you bounce off enemies with it, off the ground, you bounce so much higher than you actually usually do by jumping. Plus, it also bounces some certain attacks off. Put certain projectile attacks off of you. Or certain ones, not all. Oh wait, but special stages up there. Get that. And plus, it also keeps you underwater forever, because it's a bubble and it protects you from drowning. So you can just stay as long as you have it. Oops, did not mean to get that one right away, because this one's a little more confusing. Because if you just as long as you have a bubble shield with you underwater, you'll be fine. Yeah, this special stage is a little interesting. There are multiple paths. It's split up into like 4 sections, and there are a lot of these 2x2 spears blocking away here, which if you don't, it's always best to keep at least one row open or clear so it's safe to proceed through. Oops, messed that up badly. Well, that kind of worked out. So there were 4 of these 4x4 spears, and then the rest are 2x2. It may not seem like a lot there are because of how many are left, but trust me, there are. Oh man, don't know how I managed to save that there. I was just like panicking, like, oh shoot, and I didn't even mean to time it for those 2 spears back there. Ew, but And yeah, if you're quick enough, you can time your jumps just right to get over the 2. Ooh, it's a little complicated. It's kind of a close timing, but it works. Oh, FUD! The speed like changed it right away and threw me off. But let's try that again. And so, looks like we're going to be getting the 7th Chaos Emerald as Tails. That'll be fun to do. Fun one. So that'll be fun to do. Ooh. And another thing, if I was playing Sonic 2, standalone Sonic 3, I wouldn't. I'm just about to sneeze. Okay, it's gone now. Now the music for some things will be slightly different, like the main menu music, the mini boss music, and the Knuckles theme will be different. Oh, and also clearing the stage will be different, and plus Slash Supersonic theme will be. And not only actually, I'll talk about that next episode. No, so we just have this special stage to do here. Yeah, man, it would have been kind of cool if I managed to pull that off successfully. Well, I managed to keep screwing it up, but saving it. Yeah, but it's fine. Not like I'm trying to do make it tight runs here. Well, whoa, that made a lot of close calls. Okay, this is the last 2. And we got the 6th Chaos Emerald. So we just need one more, which we'll get with Tails. And if we're having Sonic and Tails in here, Tails will be right behind Sonic, and he'll turn with Sonic in sync at the same time. It's not like I was for Sonic 2, where in the special stages he waits a second, then moves with him. But I can see what they were doing there. And now we're coming up to the boss. There's a switch there. How do we get in there? Oh wait, it's Knuckles. And it just stands there laughing. Well, luckily I do have this bubble shield on me. So I'll be fine in the water. And if you remember my Sonic Mania Let's Play, this boss fight may seem a little bit familiar. Because in the past, when I did that Let's Play, it was the other way around. Sonic would be in the cockpit, and we would be trying to suck up Eggman to the propeller. And this one, it's a little it's the other way around. And you're supposed to launch up to him. He's gonna come down with the propeller and try to suck you up to him. And he's also gonna have some bombs that you have to jump off to. And luckily we have the Insta Shield to make it that easier. Which I keep forgetting to use that. But anyway, that'll be it for this episode. Next time on Sonic 3 and Knuckles, we will get the last Chaos Emerald with Tails. See you all next time.